Hello, viewers, all 23 of you. This is a series I'm starting where I ask questions and propose theories of unanswered Five Nights at Freddy's questions that I have. I might have my friends or others help out with other episodes, but for now I'm going it alone. I'll play the game in the background and just ask my questions as I go. I won't necessarily play the game or games I theorize about due to my availability to the games. I'm hoping to get a lot of views on these videos, so if you enjoy them, please share them with your friends or relatives. But let's get down to business. My first question is quite common. I want to know who the marionette really is. Everyone will be hating, saying, the boy was killed by purple in the cake minigame is the marionette. The tear tracks match. I see the connection made, but I agree it's a reasonable answer to the theory of who the puppet is. But the marionette is a human-made attraction, so there's no way that I can think of that a dead kid's tears would be on a human-made object. I undoubtedly believe that the marionette is possessed, and possibly by the child. Maybe Scott put the tear marks in as a reference or a metaphor? I don't want to spoil FNAF 3's ending, so warning, major or not so major spoilers ahead. This is FNAF 3's ending. Maybe Scott put it in to explain Purple's terrified expression when you, as a child in the last minigame, chased him around the room. That could be an answer to why Purple is terrified and why the cake minigame was put in, but it does not explain who is the puppet. The next theory is totally dumb, but I believe it's worth mentioning. I listened to the Living Tomb song It's Been So Long, link in description and annotation, and it really made me think. Could the marionette be someone we don't know, or maybe someone affected by his actions? Could it be someone who needs revenge? Probably not, but I just wanted to put that out there. I'm out of ideas for that topic, so I'll move to the next one. Who is Purple? Possible people. Phone Guy, a random police officer, and Fritz Smith. Phone Guy is a possibility, but I don't think it's him. In one death minigame, sometimes a tall purple man will come after you, following the marionette while playing as Freddy. People argue that PG is a head security guard, explaining the badge. It is also argued that PG carries a phone to kill you. That doesn't make sense. You're following a possessed puppet and you're playing as an animatronic surrounded by other predator-detecting animatronics. If I were an evil security guard, I'd bring my baton and go swinging, not try to impale metal animatronics with a phone. I mean, come on, that's ridiculous. Also, every purple man we see have differences. The Foxy minigame has a short, stubby, almost pink-colored guy. We don't see the top half of Purple in the cake minigame. In the Follow the Puppet, I don't know what it's called, minigame, Purple is very tall. Obviously not the same guy. The Phone Guy in the second game that states that he likes Foxy and hates the marionette, but it doesn't explain much. The pink guy smiles in Foxy's third run, but it doesn't mean he likes Foxy. It could be he can't wait for Foxy's expression upon seeing the corpses. Notice that the badge is only worn and the item is only held in one minigame. If these characters are only one guy, then he is definitely not PG. In FNAF 3's ending, we see Purple. He is alive. In FNAF 1, PG dies on the fourth night. The minigames in the third game take place in the same pizzeria. You can tell if you walk around the whole complex. You start on stage, you go left, backstage. You go forward, dining area, then Pirate Cove, West Hall, West Corner, finally the office. You can tell because of the fan and by looking at the first game's cameras. The pizzeria looks damaged, as you can see water dripping from the ceiling and rats running around. The building appears to be run down and obviously isn't safe for customers or workers. Or sentient life. Also, Purple terminates the animatronics. You see the first animatronics up until the custom night in FNAF 1. This means Purple from 3 is not PG. PG from 1 and 2 just doesn't appear to have a motive, and when Purple ran scared, it was obvious fear from the ghost's wrath was a part of the minigame. So we can take Phone Guy off the list. A random police officer being Purple isn't a bad idea, and there is backup to it. Police officers have tasers and wear badges. Toy animatronics are supposed to defend against predators, and Mangle is proof of the animatronics trying to call the police. So the toy animatronics wouldn't want you to stop a protector of people, and when the tall, slim purple man comes up to you, he could use a taser, the electricity shutting Freddy down. The last person on the list is Fritz Smith, the person you play as on custom night in game 2. This is not Jeremy, the main protagonist in FNAF 2, as we can see on the pink slip received in custom night that it was sent to Fritz Smith. The restaurant was closing in night 6, so the custom night is probably not in chronological order. You are given the pink slip for tampering with the animatronics and... odor? I don't know. Why odor? You do tamper with the animatronics by setting their difficulty, but not much else. You can turn the animatronics off or make them insane. You see Fritz's night at Fazbear's, so he didn't do much. Maybe he let Purple in. When Purple found Freddy, maybe Purple didn't affect Freddy at all. Maybe the weapon wasn't a taser. Maybe Fritz shut Freddy down as Purple walked by. Purple probably offered Fritz more money than a whole week at Fazbear's, so he went along with it. These are just ideas, some really ridiculous. So just understand, it's what I think. I have one more topic for now. Was a child made into Golden Freddy? We can see a fifth child in the Gift Life minigame with the puppet a frame before GF jump scares. But I want to know if he/she is real. All the other children are there and receive gifts. Notice that the other children are there and exist in the room, while the fifth doesn't until the jump scare. Does he/she exist? Maybe Scott is doing one of those metaphor things again. According to the story FNAF is based off of, it's safe to assume the fifth child didn't die, and why in the first game Golden Freddy is a hallucination after seeing a poster. Maybe the reason in the first game you see the hallucination is because Mike was in GF. Maybe he remembers being in the slump position trying to fake out Purple. And the reason your game crashes is because Mike faints from fear. Well, that's it for now. This is Apollo signing out.